Melina Mai Keola or Jill Teresumi Koinoa. Aloha, everyone. Thank you for joining us for today's IKEA Success Workshop. It's called Transition to College, Tips for Success. I am Jill Teresumi, one of the academic counselors at Honolulu Community College, and my programs are carpentry, welding, sheet metal, electrical, and refrigeration. So I am the program counselor for those programs. And we're just really thrilled that we have two of our star students from Honolulu Community College who will be doing a student panel, sharing tips and advice with you today to help you to transition to Honolulu and to also succeed in college. So we're going to have a brief introductions, but first off, I'd like to have an overview of what we plan to cover. So we're going to do introductions. I just did my introduction. We'll introduce our student panelists. And then again, the purpose for this workshop today is to help you folks hear directly from our students what they encountered and how they overcame their roadblocks, their challenges, and how they were resilient throughout their program. After that, we're going to ask them for some tips for success. And then we're going to have a group discussion or mini discussions, breakout groups at the end of this video recording so that we can learn about what are some of your concerns that you have. So I'd first like to hand it off to Camille.
Aloha mai kako. My name is Camille McComas. I graduated from HCC in the spring of 2023, and I will be attending UH Manoa in Epidemiology and Indigenous Health this coming fall.
Aloha, Camille. And now we have Davis.
Aloha, everyone. My name is Davis Martin. I graduated recently at Honolulu Community College with my associate's degree in liberal arts, and I plan to continue my education this fall at UH Manoa, and I'm going to be studying business entrepreneurship. However, I do still work at the admissions office at HCC, so looking forward to seeing you all. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Davis. And as you can see, both Davis and Camille had extensive list of extracurricular activities and clubs and being involved in our campus community. So we're very, very sad to see them go, but excited about their journey at UH Manoa. So I'd first like to ease into the student panel section. We're just going to ask a couple questions and I'm going to have them each give a response. So this would be a perfect time for you to grab something to write with and jot down some notes about what they've encountered and some tips you might take away from their experiences. So first question is, what amazed you when you first started your journey at Honolulu Community College? And I'm going to ask Davis to answer this first question.
What amazed me when I first started my journey at Honolulu Community College was how during the first couple of weeks or even before the semester started, there was a lot of giveaways and they were from various offices on campus. I just remember getting emails saying that I can come and pick up. It was during COVID-19 time, so there was free giveaways for COVID supplies, and there was free giveaways for starter packs with school supplies to help us for our first semester. So I thought that was really amazing, and it gave me a really great first impression of the institution. And then another thing that really amazed me was the text messaging system. And that really helped me out because at the time I was working full-time, and it showed me that there was open communication at the college. So I was able to text message all these different offices to get my questions answered and make sure that I had completed all my paperwork and submitted all the forms that were required. And I thought that was really amazing because a lot of institutions or from my previous experience, sometimes the communication is not, it doesn't flow that easily as it did at HCC. So just that extra support and just being able to get my questions answered gave me a really great impression. Another thing that I was amazed by when I started my journey was the student teacher ratio in the classrooms. The classrooms are a lot smaller than I had imagined because I think there was majority of my classes, there's maybe 10 to 15 students per professor, and that made it easier for me to ask questions and engage with my instructor and be able to learn better. So that's what I thought for me was really amazing at HCC from when I first started my journey. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Davis, to hear that the text messages really helped you and that you felt really supported by our faculty staff, and our support services. So thank you for that feedback. That is really great to hear. So I'll turn it over to Camille.
I was amazed at the support I received from Honolulu Community College. The counselors, the professors, and all of the programs are so excited to assist in our journey to become successful. That was the most amazing thing. There's so many events and programs you can get involved in, and some of them give free food. So yeah, it was exciting, and that's what amazed me the most.
Awesome. Thank you, Camille. And, I think free food is one way we get you folks to come out to events. So, but, it's also to build Pilina relationships with other students. So that's the purpose of all these on-campus events, student life events, culture events, right? And it's just to make you feel a part of our Honolulu CC community, our Ohana here. So thank you both for that. The second one, you might have touched upon already, but I wanted to know, how was your first semester at Honolulu CC? So how about Camille goes first?
When I first came to HCC, I was very nervous. I'm a non-traditional student, so I've been away from school for a while. As I progressed in my first semester and realized that things are doable and that I'm receiving such amazing support from the faculty and staff and even the students here, it made things seem achievable. So long that I continue to stay plugged in and suit up and show up, as they say, I completed it with pretty good standings, and it gave me the drive to continue.
Awesome. Thank you, Camille. How about you, Davis? How was your first semester?
So I came into Honolulu Community College as a returning student. I had a first go at college prior to my experience here at Honolulu Community College. So I was already nervous because of that. But I realized as I was going through the semester, while I had to use my organization skills and prioritizing and using my tools such as my calendars, my my planner, that really, as I got into the groove of things, I realized that it's not so bad. And I actually enrolled in 16 credits on my first semester. So that's a lot. That was a lot to jump right into. But like I said, just using the skills that I had to use. And I think once I got my feet wet and got into the groove of things, everything just kind of fell into place. And I was building these good habits that helped me succeed. And then another thing that I did was I got employed on campus as a student assistant at the admissions office. And that step got me connected with a lot of people who work at the college and a lot of people who could help me navigate through my problems and direct me to the right offices. And that greatly contributed to my success for my first semester.
Thank you both. Thank you both. I think what I'm hearing about the confidence you folks gained from day one to the end of that semester, and all of that confidence you gained in yourself that you guys can do it. And that's, wow, that's a powerful message. And both of you got involved in working on campus, which I think is key. So thanks for sharing that. Number 3 is, tell us a story of a pitfall you encountered, what you did to overcome this pitfall or a roadblock or challenge. We all have challenges, we all get stuck. So I'm gonna ask Davis to start us off with this one.
Okay, so I think this happened around my second semester or third semester in college. One of the pitfalls that I encountered was getting past my math class, because math is my weakest subject. I'm not that great of it. I've never been good at it. So what happened was I was in Math 103 and I was having trouble keeping up with the material. So what I did to kind of overcome that was I met with the instructor during her office hours, and I tried to get extra assistance then. And then even went as far as to seeking the math lab. I was a part of the TRIO program, which is a really great program. They have peer tutors and peer mentors. So I seeked those 2 offices for more support. And I was keeping afloat, but unfortunately I had to withdraw from the class because even with all that extra work, I wasn't going to be able to pass. But what I learned from that experience was that it's okay that even if you don't make it on your first try, you can still, get up, dust yourself off, and try again. So I re-enrolled in the class the next semester with a different instructor, and I used all the knowledge and the notes and the materials that I had from the previous semester, and I finally passed that class with a B after taking it a second time. And I learned a lot from doing that, especially with how to, the importance of researching the class before you take it, looking up who the professor is going to be. And like I said, just doing your research before you enroll into the class really makes a big difference. But then also doing your own, covering your grounds by going that extra mile to get the extra support, that also helps a lot as well. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you. How about you, Camille?
But just like Davis, I struggled in Math 103. The way that I overcame the pitfall was by reaching out to my professor and letting her know that I was having a bit of a hard time. She was very supportive and she scheduled tutoring sessions with her. But I also, being a part, just like Davis, a part of TRIO, and I'm also a part of Po'ina Nalu, I was able to seek tutoring and even from the tutoring lab. So the way to get out of the hole is by kicking your feet and climbing out. So I didn't get a B, but I did pass. And that C felt like an A. And so long you just keep doing what you gotta do, it wasn't, I wish my grade was a little higher on that class, but hey, you can't win them all, I guess, right? It's okay because you learn from your hiccups and you learn from the rough times, and you keep it moving.
Awesome. Thank you, both of you, for sharing that story. And it's not easy to talk about your pitfalls, right? And things that didn't go your way or maybe what as planned, right? But you both were resilient and just continue to push through. And if you're taking a class, Davis, I mean, that is awesome to go right back at it and pass that class, the second time. So, and for you, Camille, to seek that help and just say, hey, I'm struggling. And to be able to say that is not easy, I think, for students. So you took the courage to say that to your instructor, and you were able to get that support as needed. So mahalo, both of you, for that response. This one is fun. If you could go back in time and change one thing throughout your educational journey here, what would it be and why? So let's start with Camille. What do you think?
Oddly enough, my answer to this question would be that I don't think I would change anything. Um, the good and the bad have made me stronger. Um, my failures are not necessarily failures, they were lessons that I was able to learn how to maneuver something better, how to it exercised that muscle to be resilient. Um, and I am who I am because of it. And I've learned to accept that it's okay sometimes to not be okay or to not get it. But what isn't okay is not trying to do better or try to fix it. So yeah, I wouldn't change anything actually.
Mahalo. Thank you for that answer. Wow, very powerful. Davis, what about you?
I think I share the same experience as Camille. I would say I wouldn't change anything about my experience as a college student and as a college student at Honolulu Community College. And I say that because I feel like everything that has happened previously is what led me up to where I am now. And I graduated, I have my degree, I'm moving on to continue on my education. I had an amazing experience at Honolulu Community College. I got to meet so many great people on campus. I got to be involved in so many events. I am very proud of my journey. And I think that, there was a lot of learning curves. There was a lot of times that I had to reassess things and, pivot, as they would say. You just pivot to go into a different direction. But the main thing the main takeaway that I have is I learned about, just being adaptable and being resilient. And that is how I was able to make it through all the way to the end. And I wouldn't have changed anything about it.
So, wow, you both are really, really should be motivational speakers, I would say. But thank you for sharing that. This next one is what types of things were you involved in that led to your academic success? So I heard trio, I heard Po'ilanalu, but maybe tell us your story, like, how did it really impact you being a part of those groups, working on campus and being a part of trio, Po'ilanalu, and student government, right? And Phi Theta Kappa, all of that. So can we start with Davis?
Yes, of course. So I was a part of, or I am a trio participant. I served 1 year on student government. I am a founder of one of the clubs here at Honolulu Community College, which is the Micronesian Wayfinders Club. And I work at the admissions and records office. And I think collectively, all of this, all of the organizations that I've been involved with, they've contributed greatly to my on-campus experience, because I think something important that people need to know is that college doesn't have to be just about doing the work. Yes, you want to maintain your academic standing, you want to make sure you get the good grades, but at the same time, you want to put yourself out there to have fun, get involved with student life. If you're all about advocacy and you want to advocate for others, join student government. If you want to give back to the campus, be a tutor. You could be a peer tutor at Trio, the Hawaiian Center, the math lab, the writing lab. And all of this stuff is, one, things you can add onto your resume, but two, it's a way of giving back to the institution that you're working towards getting a degree in. And by getting involved, like I mentioned previously, you meet so many great people and you kind of build your network of support unintentionally just by getting involved. And that is very key. That is a key component to being successful in college. And maybe even when you move on into the, outside world, you're going to need people that you can fall back on. You're going to need resources. You're going to need to be involved in a lot of things that have you step out of your comfort zone. So just tying that back to my story, being involved in the club, trio, student government, being a student assistant at the admissions office, it's created such a strong sense of belonging for me to Honolulu Community College. And I always tell people, even though I move on to UH Manoa, I will still consider Honolulu Community College my home campus, because this is where I felt most empowered to do the work that I do. So I encourage everybody to get involved and have fun while you're at the community college. It doesn't always have to just be about going to class and doing the work. Get involved, meet new people, and make this a good experience for yourself. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Davis. What about you, Camille?
Okay. I am currently involved in student assistant here in the academic counseling office. I was the president of the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. I am a Olaniu Hellevi student leader. I'm an active participant in Po'inanalu and Trio SSS. And I am also a student advocate for the Collegiate Recovery Leadership Academy. And all of these things that I'm involved in here in the school has allowed me, just like Davis, to form pilina and relationships with students and staff, and faculty, and feeling of belonging is what came out of that. I was able to be involved in programs and events that were very successful and have just, seen and setting things up in that sense, and knowing that giving back to our school that has done so much for us is mountains for me. Absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you so much, both of you. Those answers are inspiring, and I think it's nice to hear the feedback, directly from you folks on how we're doing and how we're supporting you. So thank you. This next one is, and again, it could be one person, it could be an office, or but tell us about a person or support service or who took the time to help you and the positive impact they had on you. So let's start with Camille.
If I were to choose, if I were to list all of the people who have impacted my life positively since I've been here at Honolulu Community College, we would be on this meeting all day. Being that I'm involved in the counseling office, they have played a very, very big role in my success as a student, getting involved. They've supported me academically, personally. They've seen me grow. They've seen me through my pitfall. And they have been my cheerleaders. And they have been my warm hugs when I needed it. The programs here that I'm involved in have always set me up for success through career and leadership training, like Po'inanalu and Trio. It's just mountains of people who have just been my backbone, especially when times got a little hard. Just like Davis sat next to me during graduation. And we sat through a few things together at the Board of Regents and whatnot. You form a pilina, you form a friendship, and now me and Davis will be going up to UH Manoa together. And I'll see you at the food truck, brother. And it's just amazing. My success as a student and as an individual is because of all the amazing support I've received in HCC from the faculty, staff, and the students. I am forever grateful. Yeah.
Mahalo. Okay, do this.
Oh, this is so difficult to answer. And I feel like Camille she's, you can't say it any better. She said it all. Um, I think I've met so many great people on this campus. Like Camille was saying, that if I was to highlight everyone who has made a positive impact on me, we would be here all day. But I would just maybe I'll talk about the offices and the staff at the offices. So Jan and Jolene, they've been really great at the Trio office. They've helped me navigate through a lot of things, and they helped me develop a lot of skills that I needed to use in order to succeed during my first semester. I think the counseling office is full of so many great counselors who are just really willing to help the students and advise on give good advice on how to select classes, or which support offices they can be connected to get the extra help. I also do want to make mention of Aina from the care office. She has been amazing. She's been a great staff advisor for our club that we're in. She's willing to help any and all students with, just mentorship and advising them on, what office to go to and how to handle different situations when it comes to first year students. So I think for those who are first year, they should definitely get in contact with Aina's office, which is the care office. I also want to make mention of the admissions and records office, who have been my support system from day one. They have, they've made the experience here at Honolulu Community College a great one, just having a positive work environment. There's a lot of aunties over here that work here, and I think they're very overprotective of me, and they like to, give me their input, but I think it it contributed to the sense of Ohana and me feeling like I belonged to this campus because of the offices that I worked in. And then I also want to make mention of one of the deans who have been very supportive for me from day one. Dean Lara Sugimoto, she has always looked out for me. The registrar here at HCC, Jennifer Nagua, who is now my current supervisor, she has such a great understanding of our students, and she's very student-centered, both of them, Jennifer and Lara. And Jennifer, she has been super flexible with my work schedule here at admissions, to where I could still work here but also be involved in the campus, and making all these schedule adjustments with my classes each semester. So they've all collectively made such a positive impact on me, and it's just hard to pinpoint individually because there's so many people. But yeah, that's what I have to say is in regards to our campus's amazing staff and counselors. And Jill is also one of our awesome counselors who's always running around because she has all these projects to do, but she always makes time to talk with you, acknowledge you, and have a conversation, check in every once in a while. So I guess the point I'm trying to make is, as an incoming student at Honolulu Community College, I'm sure you're going to find some place that you belong on campus, or you'll find somebody that you can connect with that will definitely impact you in a positive way.
Mahalo, both of you. All right, we come to our very last question, and it could be one tip, it could be 3 tips, but it's up to you. Just one piece of advice that you feel from your heart that you want to give to these incoming students or transfer students, or something that you feel that will help them keep on moving forward in their journey. So let's can we start with Camille, this one?
Okay. So my first piece of advice is to get involved. There are so many opportunities to learn and grow. There's so many relationships you can make that will help you in the future. And it has been one of the biggest, most positive things I've ever done was getting involved in the different programs and events on campus. The second thing would be to not be afraid to ask for help, because the professors and the administration and the counselors and these programs, they are there to help us, and they are eager and willing to. And I have never met so many genuine individuals who want to help you to succeed in one place. And the last thing is just that, just to keep going. And sometimes it gets hard, but a fail is never a fail, it is just a lesson. So yeah, and good luck to you all.
Mahalo. Thank you, Camille. And Davis, you want to close us out?
Yeah, so one piece of advice I would like to give the new and transfer students is to grow your network, share your story, be transparent, be candid with everybody, and make all the connections you can while you're here, because these are, like I said, amazing people on our campus who are willing to help the students out and willing to see us succeed. Utilize the campus support services. One really great benefit about being a Honolulu Community College student is we have so many offices that are here to support you. There's so many resources here that you can utilize so that you can make sure that you make it to your goal and you succeed. And then the last thing I would like to share as a piece of advice is whatever you pursue is where you'll end up. So just keep that in mind, and also be intentional with the decisions you make. And no matter where you end up in life, as long as you work hard towards it and you make the best of it, and that's all that we can do. So like Camille said, good luck to everybody. Hope to see you all around, and wishing you all the best, and take care.
Mahalo nui loa. And mahalo both of you for just sharing your story and giving us a piece of yourself, today, because you can always look up tips online at how to succeed, but we really wanted to hear it from your perspective today. And I am just truly honored that you both agreed to do this video project with me and to share your stories with these new students. And your legacy will live on. And we wish you all the best at UH Manoa. And I know you're going to make us really, really proud. So mahalo nui loa. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. And we hope that you took away some tips and some advice that will help you succeed this semester. So take care. Mahalo nui loa.